Hello everyone, I am Monteith-Brown and I'm here to share with you my dominant teaching styles based on the completion of the Grasher-Richmond Teaching Style Survey. I will also share how these styles influence my ability to create and lead transformative teaching and learning experiences for students and how it defines my role as a facilitator instructor. Grasher, 1994, posits that a teaching style represents a pattern of needs, beliefs, and behaviors that faculty display in their classroom, which is multidimensional and affects how they present information, interact with students, manage classroom tasks, supervise coursework, and socialize with students. An individual style of teaching is universally guided by their personal qualities, which direct the selection of instructional processes and is the mechanism responsible for how they convey content. Simply put, teaching styles represent teachers' behavior as they teach in a classroom. From research conducted by Grasher, he highlighted that there are 5 teaching styles that teachers possess at varying degrees. These include the teacher as an expert, a transmitter of information, a formal authority, one who sets standards and defines acceptable ways of doing things, personal model, teaches by illustration and direct example, facilitator, guides and directs by asking questions, exploring options, and suggesting alternatives, and a delegator, one who develops students' ability to function autonomously. Grasher, 1995. In completing the Grasher-Richmond Teaching Style Survey in relation to the most recent course I delivered in 2018, as shown on the image displayed, my most dominant teaching styles are formal authority, personal model, and delegator. Formal authority as a teaching style is a teacher-centered approach that facilitates the provision of positive and negative feedback, establishing learning goals for students and supervising students with critical eyes towards standard practices and procedures. As it relates to the personal model teaching style, another teacher-centered approach, the teacher provides oversight, guidance, and demonstrates how to execute tasks, encouraging students to observe and then to emulate the instructor's approach. Delegatory teaching styles, this is where a student-centered approach is taken, fostering the development of self-directed, independent learners where the teacher provides guidance and assistance as is required. Slavic and Zimbardo state that within a transformative teaching and learning environment, the following 3 principles guide transformational teaching: facilitating students' acquisition and mastery of key course concepts, enhancing students' strategies and skills for learning and discovery, and promoting positive learning-related attitudes, values, and beliefs in students. All 3 principles previously outlined are closely aligned to my dominant teaching styles as is being shown. Whilst delivering the course Introduction to Entrepreneurship to an undergraduate group of students during June to August 2019, the formal authority role was utilized based on the rigid structure of the curriculum developed by the institution, which outlined the learning objectives of the course, specific topics to be covered, the assignments to be completed by the students with their associated deadlines. Additionally, most students only had a basic idea of the concept of entrepreneurship and required a structured approach to teaching that covered key content and provided opportunities for dialogue where feedback could be given to students to guide their progress. As a personal model, at the beginning of the Introduction to Entrepreneurship course, I ensured that all students were aware of the expectations of the course in terms of behavior, attitude, and performance. In order to establish the classroom culture, I ensured that my lessons were well prepared and delivered, covering all topic objectives, and that I dealt with the students professionally. I encouraged professionalism and discourse among students and provided clear instructions and guidance for the completion of class activities and assignments. Through the delegating teaching style within the entrepreneurship course, Students were given activities in each class that required them to work independently through open communication, discourse, and collaboration to acquire knowledge, solve problems, or think critically using case studies, think, pair, share, guided discovery, simulations and role plays, and research. The provision of guidance by me, the facilitator, was given to the students where necessary. As a facilitator instructor in a transformative teaching and learning environment, the teaching styles that are implemented should be diverse. That is, it can be a combination of any of the 5 styles posited by Grasher and should be aligned to the content being delivered. Even though my dominant teaching styles, formal authority, personal model, and delegator, are able to create a transformative teaching and learning environment that is both teacher and student-centered, I believe that the facilitator teaching style is also instrumental in creating a more student-centered transformative learning environment. This teaching style encourages interactions between the facilitator and the students through discourse, the exploration of options, the active guidance and support from the facilitator that strengthens the students' ability to work independently and have a sense of responsibility for their performance. As a facilitator instructor, I see merit in allowing students to be more independent in gaining knowledge, forming understandings around key concepts through collaboration, open communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and analysis, which are instrumental in changing a student's frame of reference and creating and maintaining a transformative teaching and learning environment. In conclusion, my teaching styles determined by the Grasher-Richman Teaching Style Survey are formal authority, personal model, and delegator. These styles are closely linked to the 3 principles that guide transformational teaching as stated by Slavich and Zimbardo, which speaks to facilitating students' acquisition and mastery of key course concepts, promoting positive learning-related attitudes, values, and beliefs in students, and enhancing student strategies and skills for learning and discovery. Even though these teaching styles are adequate in creating a transformative teaching and learning environment as an instructor, a significant style that is instrumental in the process is that of facilitator, which encourages critical thinking, collaboration, discourse, and problem solving, all key characteristics of transformative learning. I hope you found this video on my teaching styles very informative. Thank you for watching.